Now we will do a brief overview of how to add titles in Premiere Pro CC. Adding titles to your sequence is easy to do inside of Premiere Pro. Let's go ahead and get started. First, we're going to move our playhead to where we want the title to be. There looks good. From there, we will go ahead and move from our editing workspace to our graphics workspace. Okay, inside of our graphics workspace, we will select the type tool and then click inside of the program window where we want our text to be roughly. We can adjust this in a moment, and then type in our text. Perfect. So now we will go back to our selection tools and then make sure we have the selection tool activated so that we can easily click and drag and move this around where we want it to be. Okay, so next we're going to go ahead and change our text. So in our text panel, inside of the Essential Graphics window, we will be able to adjust our font using this slider right here, or we can type in a value. We can adjust the color by going under Fill. Then we can find another color that makes sense for us. Put that there. We can also adjust a bunch of other properties in here like rotation and scaling and a bunch of other different properties. And I encourage you to play with those. There's also the ability to adjust opacity, which can be pretty handy if you wanted it to kind of blend into the background a bit. So, and then we can also align. So I have this up here, this text. I can move it around, put it at the bottom. That's great for like a title or to introduce somebody. But if I want this in the dead center, I can use these alignment tools to help me do that. So I can align horizontal center and vertical center. That will make sure that it's right in the center of my footage, which is great. So now I have it where I want it. Now we're going to go ahead and talk about how to manipulate this. So what we're going to do now is if we look down in our sequence, we'll notice that this new piece of footage was created. This footage represents our title. So we can increase or decrease the duration of this by moving our cursor to one side or the other, and then we'll get these brackets that allow us to extend the length of the clip or shorten it. And you'll see duration change at the bottom. So this looks pretty good to me. I'll just kind of click and drag to kind of scrub and play through to see it. I can also press spacebar. Now, what I want to do to finish this out is if I go to the end of a clip, I can right click and then apply a transition. It's going to add a little bit of production value to it, kind of make it look like it fades into the frame. So let's go and take a look at what that looks like. Perfect. So a few other things about graphics. We also have the option to, under the browse menu inside of graphics, choose some presets, which can make it easy to just add content in there. But I like what we have here, so I'm going to stick with it. When I'm done, I want to make sure that I go back to my editing workspace so that I can continue to edit using all of the tools that I normally use. So I'll go back to the graphics panel when I want to manipulate text or manipulate graphics, and then work inside of the editing panel when I want to continue editing my clip. Perfect. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.